Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back for another episode of Hearthstone. If you saw the last episode, you will probably recognize in my voice, even if you didn't see the last episode, I am a little bit under the weather. But I've had some hot tea, I've had some time to wake up and warm up and work on myself a little bit, so I'm feeling better. Actually, want to get through these recordings pretty fast. We're gonna do Rogue and Warrior ranked runs today. The reason I want to get through these episodes pretty fast is I desperately want to go record more episodes for a series that will be out by the time you see this, because I'm releasing it faster than I'm releasing these episodes, called the Talos Principle. And I would love to be playing that right about now. Wow, is that probably rude to say about Hearthstone, but I guess I'll have to keep that in mind, that if you're going to keep a schedule where you play Hearthstone every 3 days, if I get enthralled with a new game that I'd rather be playing at the moment, well, then maybe I put that on the back burner. I don't know.
Bring out your dead.
Interesting deck. Is this a pirate deck? I don't think it is. The rogue deck. I just think I have this guy because the probability of me having a weapon as a rogue is pretty high. Hopefully,
here we go.
It's not a great chance of it, but hopefully it would be nice if I could take out 5 victories in a row. 5 victories in a row would be really nice. I don't think I'm gonna do overtime. I'm just so excited about doing more of the Talos Principle, which is the new series. I have a hard time imagining doing overtime, bothering with any of that. Just want to kill this guy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Job done.
All kinds of things that can be done. Will a combo work if I use the hero thing than this? I don't think it would. If I can use this than this. Kel'Thuz's ult. It's a little early, but let's do it. Deal 2 damage to this guy, sure, why not?
Here we go.
Job done.
If I can get Kel'Thuzul, another friendly mech out.
My shield for Argus!
Oh, this is gonna work out pretty well. Let's see.
Here we go.
Job done.
I think that was the right move. Take him off the board. It was only a couple damage. If I can build up some characters.
Master.
Come close and listen.
Here we go.
Next turn.
What you looking at?
Mind if I roll need?
I think the right move is to do this.
Here we go.
I could screw around and potentially mess myself up. This guy's gonna do 12 this time, so maybe I made a mistake here. Yeah, maybe I've made a huge mistake.
You call that a weapon? Bend to my command!
Yeah, I've
Here
lost.
we go.
I have managed to lose. I should have brought out the Kel'Thuzul. He would have been so afraid of that, he would have spent some of his characters at least killing the Kel'Thuzul. It's like one tiny mistake. So what were we doing? Rogue and Warrior, I believe? Not how I wanted to start. Absolutely not how I wanted to start this recording session, this episode. That was a lousy loss.
Garrosh versus Gul'dan!
I guess there's not much reason to talk about the Talos Principle if for some reason you haven't seen at least the first episode. go watch the first episode. Playing throughout that whole game is what is going to explain what it's about. It's a puzzle game, I'll tell you that much. It's a puzzle game like Portal. It has a underlying story to it,
Job's done.
which almost all puzzle games should do that. If I don't know how well that would work in like a flat puzzle. If it was a two-dimensional puzzle game giving you crossword puzzles or something, having a underlying story might not work as well.
Job's done.
Well, it might. You could do it like Hearthstone and be silly about it. Be like, defeat this crossword or you shall die. The Talos Principle is a 3D puzzle game. So you're walking around, moving elements around. And I'm having a lot of fun with it.
That was a mistake.
I wish I was playing it right now. The only thing I could think of is if I'm enthralled with another game, would be to sneakily just not record episodes of Hearthstone. Let the potentially, well, either let the oh, what am I trying to say? Either just let the quests be uncompleted, or play them off air and just not record them. But even playing them off air would be taking up too much time if I was really wanted to play something else.
Yes, me and Mr. Fight.
So all I could really do is just say I'm just not going to record. Now I certainly have enough. Certainly have enough. Well, enough recordings of Hearthstone. I'm spacing out. Sorry. I am still slightly sick, so it's hard to talk and play the game at the same time. I have enough recordings where I could stop recording for a good time. Hearthstone in particular, though, is the one that I don't have as many recordings as others, because I can only get so far ahead. So Hearthstone in particular, stop recording. It's not even a question as far as the other.
Special delivery!
As far as the other games, it's not even a question. I'm absolutely not playing them as I'm recording the Talos Principle, and that's perfectly fine because those other games don't have this limitation of quests being given to you every day. Now Spelunky does have a daily quest, so if I ever did play Spelunky, I wouldn't have probably commit myself to doing the daily quest on Spelunky. That seems too much. Or doing the daily quest on any game, really. At the start of destroy this minion. Alright.
Handle it! Handle it! Job's done.
obviously I'm overcommitting myself way too much. Having 4 series being released is ridiculous. Uh, I'm now releasing more footage Monday through Friday, more new footage Monday through Friday than most TV stations. And there's 4 major of the big 4, big 5 TV stations. Well, big 4 I'd say.
I wonder.
I don't want to release any more games. It's just doing a little experiment here with the Talos Principle. To get into the back part of it. This is the first game I've ever played on Steam. It is the first game I've ever played that is almost brand new, and it is the first game that is visually challenging on my GPU. And so there's a lot of experimentation because of all of that. On top of all that, it is also the first game I've purchased solely because of this channel. So it was a $40 game. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if I can't get $40 worth of ad revenue off this game, even though I did want to play it anyways, it's going to be a hard justification to keep on doing new games. I might have to do some even more begging and say, people, send me, gift me games if you want me to play it on Steam. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to figure out what my Steam ID is if you want to do that. That'll probably open me up to tons of people trying to scam things. But give me Steam codes. I guess that would be the best way. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I'm so new to Steam. I have really no idea
The gates are open.
how any of it works. I don't understand why it's giving me badges. I don't understand why the badges seem to be something I could sell for a small few pennies. It seems to have some kind of trading card system. It has achievements. I understand achievements somewhat, but in general, I don't understand a lot of what's going on with Steam. And I will have to learn all of that later.
So many
I did figure out how to turn off all the Steam notifications, so that's pretty good. I certainly didn't want those going off in the middle of the recordings. I think I've lost this game.
Yes.
Well, let's do
The
this
gates are open.
and do
My
this.
shield for Argus.
Job's done.
But yes, it's lots of experimenting. I'm hoping, my greatest hope is that I have started advertising on Twitter and using Twitter. I'm hoping that brings in a lot more views. I'm hoping more views come in on a lot of my older episodes, and as more views come in, it becomes like a cascading effect and more views come in everywhere. I'm hoping that the Talos Principle being a new game, being a game that nobody else that I follow or watch has played yet, will bring in more viewerships. I'm hoping that the field isn't so crowded on that, and I'm hoping people like my footage of the Talos Principle. I hope they enjoy it. I'm enjoying it.
Your back.
So that's where in my head I could say, oh, I still really haven't gotten enough to in ad revenue to pay back for buying this game, but I did play the game and I did enjoy it, and I used to do stuff like that all the time. It's,
Bring out your dead.
I used to buy $60 games every month or so and just play it, and so I still had the game. But that was before I was trying to make this a career, and that's the funny thing about careers. You can do something for free and it's real easy, but it's real hard to do something and get paid for it. Most people want you to do things for free and don't want you to even think about getting paid for it.
You shall not pass.
If this guy doesn't die next turn, I can bring him out. That was the strategy I was trying to do, was Iron Sensei and the Annoyatron. And then at the end of the turn he'll be a 3-4. If I can get him to survive another turn, he'll be a 5-6. Oh, that's a shame.
Job done.
Mind if I roll need?
Let's see, we played this, we played this, the next turn we played this.
Here we go.
Job done.
Here we go.
I will hunt you down.
Job's
I
done.
can't do that.
So next turn I can do 2 fans of knives and kill. I have to do 2 fans of knives.
Well,
You shall not pass.
Here we go.
Job's done.
Am I gonna survive? No, I don't think I'm gonna survive. I think too bad here is gonna beat me. Oh yeah, I've also trying new video settings on recording these episodes. YouTube's has on particularly the Talos principle, because you have the ability to look up and look down. It has started thinking that my video is shaky, when in actuality, yes, it is shaky. And so it's offering to stabilize it, but it's not really shaky because it just isn't. And so
Let the hunt begin.
YouTube used to offer to automatically crop some of the programs, but now it's saying let me stabilize it and crop it, and the stabilization is just no good at all because it has the entire screen zoom in, zoom out, pan. It's really not pretty looking.
Job's done.
So I've set some of my settings to try and stretch on my end before I put it on YouTube, the image. Now, stretching the image might lose the resolution. It might still leave some black bars around the edge. At the moment, on the Talos principle, these current episodes have black bars on the edge, and I'm sure a lot of people don't like that.
Job's done.
The software is set kind of in a global setting to record at 1080p. That's what we're trying to shoot for. And the TV I'm watching it on, the game on at the moment, is at 1080p, so it should looks fine to me. So the internal stretching of the imagery that it's doing seems to be working. I'm just not sure if the internal is. So if you have any feedback on that, I'll certainly take it, but going forward for a while, but because this episode will take so long to get out, I'm going to start stretching all videos and see what that does, and if something really doesn't work well there, I'll stop doing it. But now I have two options on the stretching. I can either ignore the aspect ratio or keep these aspect ratios.
Job's done.
At the moment I'm keeping the aspect ratios because I certainly don't want to ignore the aspect ratio. That would make it look really bad. I cannot think of a single scenario where it is a smart idea to ignore the aspect ratio when stretching something. Can't think of a single legitimate scenario. It's just not going to look good.
Tazingo! Yes!
I'd rather stretch a TV and have edges clipped off, doing edge clipping but keeping the aspect ratio versus not ignoring the aspect ratio. There was a TV in like a lounge of one of my jobs where there was me and one other person, and they would go in there and change the aspect ratio all the time, and I would always go in there and correct it, and maybe I was being generous for other people though, so I was probably correct. I might have been correcting it the other way. But what do I mean by correcting it the other way? I mean that.
What now?
I think what he was doing was he was leaving it, setting it to have the black bars on top and bottom and not fill out the screen, so it was like black bars on the bottom and top and left and right. And I was like, no, come on. Most people don't want to see the black bars, or at the very least, if they want to see the black bars, do the top and bottom, but don't do the left and right. So I think I was setting it to do one of them, even though that probably he was clipping off the edges a little bit. But this TV had too many settings, obviously, and that's kind of a problem in the job in the first place, that we're sitting there arguing and fighting over TV settings. We weren't arguing, we never got into a yelling match or anything. I just said, yeah, I'm just setting this because everybody else hates this, and I recognize that you are correct in the way you're thinking about it, but that doesn't really change the fact that you're also irritating all the regular people who are trying to watch this.
To my side.
I've already lost? I don't think I've already lost. Yeah, it would be too early to have already lost Stalag.
I wonder.
Let's see, let's bring him out,
You to master.
and just bring him out.
Job's done.
Call that a turn. If I could just have a damage minion, I could actually use Rampage. I guess this shows where Rampage isn't that useful a card. Because if they're gonna damage you, usually they're gonna kill your minions. If they're gonna hit your face, they usually have a plan to
Let the dogs out.
kill. Oh good, this is gonna work pretty well.
My shield for Argus!
For master.
Job's done.
Yeah, we'll take two of his characters to kill. One more of his character probably to kill. Well, he could save one of them. Yes, that's the way I would have played.
The
Play
gates
this.
are open.
Play this. 50% chance I hit the wrong end.
Into the breach!
It's a little too
Job's
gambly
done.
there. Up, and I've lost. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't win right here. Yep, that's 4 losses. more rogue laws. We have not gotten any progress at all. We'll have to see what the third episode brings about, but I'm wondering if maybe I'll just... I don't know what to do, really. I mean... I don't know if I want to trade out the quests for the next recording session if I can't get them done.
You
Or
asked
should I
for
just
it.
leave the
Watch
quests
your
and say we're gonna
back.
beat them next in 3 days? But then why wait 3 days? Because that would not... I'll have one... If I get one quest done, I'll have a new quest the next day. I'd have to record the next day. And then we've done 6 recordings in 2 days. Potentially.
You shall not pass.
I think the only thing I can say is I'll play offline and try and beat them. I think that's about the only thing I can do. And we're pretty much guaranteed that that's what we're gonna have to do unless we get a victory here, and then next episode we get a mage victory immediately.
Here we
And
go.
then get 4 victories on Rogue and Warrior immediately, which is not likely to happen at all. So to me it seems like the offline is really the only option.
I hope you like my invention.
Here we go.
Am I not doing well because I feel sick? I wouldn't attribute it to that. I would just attribute it to just being unlucky. We've done plenty of recording sessions where we've had to do overtime before. This really isn't any different. Okay, that worked.
Here we go.
Although I could have not been thinking straight, sure.
I am master of magics.
Here we go.
There you go. Attack equal to the weapon we have, so.
Job done.
So I'll have a 7 at the next turn. 7-3.
I am master of magics.
to Master.
And then
Here we go.
I'm gonna actually kill this guy. I'm gonna do things a little different. So it probably was a good idea to kill him. Let's see.
Here we go.
Might
My
as well.
shield for Argus. Into the breach.
Here we go.
Sorry about all the coughing. I just don't have time to mute myself. It's too dangerous to mute yourself anyways. I need like a cough button that you have to hold down to mute yourself, not a switch that will you could forget to switch back. Let's see.
Whoops.
They all bend to my command. Into the breach.
Yeah, I think I just killed myself. Let's see, if I hit him now, I would have 3 left, and they can kill me, so...
Here we go. Well played.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I played well.
From the junkie.
Back from the junk heap. Oh. Yeah. Wow, have I really only gotten 39 wins with a rogue? How many wins have I gotten with the... Man, it is slow going. When you have to count by 1, it is slow. We made no progress whatsoever today. We really needed to win 5 games in a row. So next episode we're gonna work on probably Hunter. No reason to play as the mage. If we get a victory pretty quick, we'll try Rogue and Warrior. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. You can't always win. I know that. You obviously have seen that at this point if you've been following this series. I don't even know if this is really a series is the right term. This one is much more like a daily show type thing. Not like the show called The Daily Show, but more like a Good Morning America type. It's just an episode every day, always. Anyways, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos because all of that stuff helps out If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at RydoOfall, RYDOOFALL. Have a good evening.